Hey friends, it's Terry here. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm sitting here looking at my stuff. I'm like, oh man, my age is showing. My goodness. Little turkey gobbler just a dripping. Whatever, it is what it is. You can't fight genetics. Let me tell you, you can't, no matter what you do. I mean, I guess you could with surgery, but I ain't got that kind of money, so that ain't happening. But hey, if I could afford it, I would do it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing but a G thing, right? All right, guys. I got candle empties. I'm hoping this video won't be too long. I'm gonna go ahead and include what I am burning in the beginning here, what I'm burning currently, which is 3 candles. 2 that are very similar going in my space now. One on this side of the room, one on that side of the room, and then I have Caramel Sundays candle going out in the kitchen, which is burning beautifully, and I'm loving the fragrance. So I will put those immediately in the beginning, and then we'll talk about the empties. I only have 4, so hopefully this video ends up being a shorter one. But if you're interested in seeing what I'm burning currently and what I got through as far as candles, stay tuned. I've got the 4 wick of Kringle candles, coconut pineapple going. This is just my second burn. She's burning beautifully. This is a lighter, softer scent, very creamy on the coconut. The pineapple is not the star here. They do have a coconut colada, I believe it's called. It's also a favorite scent of mine. I would say that one's a little stronger on the Pina Colada vibe. This one's a little more creamy, concentrates on the coconut a little bit more. Really enjoying it though, and yeah, loving their 4 wicks. You know how I feel about Kringle Candle Company, and I just love and adore their 4 wicks. So that one's going in my dining room, and I would say she's throwing it probably about a 6, not overly strong, but I do pick it up. I have coconut pina colada from Bath and Body Works. So yeah, this is I don't remember scent notes, but it's pina colada scent. This one has a little bit more emphasis on that pineapple. So definitely stronger on the pineapple. I enjoy it. I like scents like this, so I can never have too many of them. And this one so far is burning well. I don't remember how many burns I am, but yeah, I'm about at that mark. Well, no, I'm higher than halfway because you can see the wax pulls here. And I'm thinking here, but yeah, that's the wax pull size. So I'm only a few burns in. It'll probably be a while before this one goes rogue. So hopefully I get to enjoy it for a little bit longer. I've had this burning for a while now. So I think it's time to put it out because the flames are a little bit high and aggressive here. Not terribly bad. I mean, they're actually burning pretty well for the most part. But I don't want things to go rogue. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one out. But those are the candles I have going in my house right now. So let's talk about what I emptied. Alrighty, guys, now that we got that out of the way as to what I'm currently burning in my house, let's talk about my empties. So I have 2 Bath and Body Works candles and 2 Kringle candles. That's it. That's all I got. Santorini Coast from Bath and Body Works. We'll start with Bath and Body Works first. Love this jar. I don't particularly love these matte jars, I will tell you that, because they don't tend to burn well for me. But this design on here is just so cute, so beachy, and so elegant looking. I really like that. This, I think, was the first release of this fragrance. I think this was the first time we saw it, this jar here. We saw it again, but I think this was the first jar. This is from 2023. I think that sounds about right. Creamy coconut, almond blossom, warm vanilla. I don't know if there's a little bit. I can still smell a little bit, but a lot of it is gone because I finished it up in my crock. But this one burned fairly well at first. I did get to about that midway point, and then I crocked her. This is the most beautiful coconut fragrance. One of my buds out there loves this one. I think it's Alexa. I think Alexa from Sentimental Reviews loves this one. Sorry if I got it wrong, but I think that's who loves it. I'm with you, girl. I love this one too. It's just like a luxurious coconut. It's just like you're sitting on the balcony of a hotel along the beach line and you can smell the saltiness of the air, but it's a really light breeze. It's not overly waspy. It's just really light, delicate breeze. But you can smell the ocean, the saltiness of the ocean, the saltiness of the air. But it's not an overly salty scent at the same time. It's more creamy. It's very luxurious, creamy coconut, like an elegant coconut. And then you do get that almond blossom. It brings a little bit of a tone of floral to this, but it's just so masterfully done, you guys. It's just the picture of elegance. It's so nice. It's so nice. And I love a pretty coconut. I love a pretty coconut. And this, my friends, is a pretty coconut. Like, if you haven't tried this one, did this come out this year? I don't know that this came out this year. I just have not been keeping a close enough eye on Bath & Body Works. I do notice some things, but not all. Not like I used to, but this one is good. This is one that I will continue to buy from Bath & Body Works because it's just that good. There are some that I just can't give up. As I said, I finished it in my crock, so you can see the wicks are kind of everywhere. I did this. I did some lamping. You can see how much wax. Actually, you can't because you can't see a shadow with this light. Let me see. Turn it off for a second. No, you still can't. Guess you still can't. I have it about right here. That's how much wax is left. I did some lamping of this, so I removed some layers. Once it got to about it probably made it a little lower than halfway point, so I was pretty happy with that. It burned okay in the beginning, but the fact that I got halfway on these kind of matte jars, I was pretty happy with, because usually they go wrong, very wrong for me very quickly. They soot like nobody's business. But this one really, I didn't have that much of a problem with it. Just at the halfway point, my typical, let's start lamping it because I don't want to lose the fragrance. Beautiful. I would say it was throwing quite good. Quite good at a 7, easily, maybe at times 7.5. I never put this in a hurricane because these jars, they just get too hot in a hurricane, so I didn't. But I was happy with the throw. It did just as well under my lamp, just as well in my crock. I love this. I repurchased. I have several of these in my stash, so you will see it again. Santorini Coast. I keep forgetting I should put it in front of my face so you can see it better. The other one I did from Bath & Body Works, and this one I just let it set this morning because I was finishing up warming her in my crock, but it seems to be okay. It still smells a little warm. Yeah, you can still see the oils at the bottom. That's weird because I didn't see the oils until I crocked it. So that did not do that before. That's interesting. So those oils really released once I cropped her. And I know it wasn't there because I was admiring kind of how good this candle looked when I put it away. I was shocked. Toasted pineapple marshmallow. This was a SAS release, I believe. Or was it Candle Day? I think it was SAS, but correct me if I'm wrong. A couple years ago, when was this poured? 2022. Wow, it's been that long. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, it was a SAS or a Candle Day release. I think it was SAS. I know my bud Jacob out there. I know he knows. He bought 2 of these from me because I had some more in my stash, and apparently he loves this fragrance. So he asked me if I had it, and I was like, boy, yes I do. I was actually working on burning one at the time. So I added it to my Macari, and he checked out with it, and I hope he's enjoying it. I know he was talking about he's going to light it up right away. This fragrance, I don't love it, but it's pretty good. Fresh pineapple, milk chocolate, toasted marshmallows, and graham cracker. I get mostly a creamy pineapple, a slightly bit of graham cracker scent. I don't get a lot of that chocolate. And I'm kind of glad about it because I don't want a lot of that chocolate because it just seems weird with pineapple, so I didn't really want it. But yeah, I get like this creamy pineapple. And it's a softer scent, but it travels. Like, this is one that I could open up my doors upstairs, come out of the room, and be like, okay, I can smell that pineapple candle downstairs. It would get lost sometimes when I'm in the room with it, but then I would walk and be like, okay, there it is. There it is. I smell it. Softer, for sure, but kind of delicious. Very marshmallowy, creamy, vanilla heavy, pineapple. Not super juicy on the pineapple. This is more like Homeworks pineapple mousse. More like that. Well, I just filmed a vendor wax video earlier, so you may not have seen it, but I was talking about, it was like a Dole Whip scent I was warming earlier. It was more like that. It's more like that creamy pineapple. Not quite like cold like ice cream, but kind of like that connotation. Yeah, it was delicious. I enjoyed it. This burned pretty well until I got to there. So I was pretty happy. It's still funny to me those oils popped out like that. Um, yeah, it burned pretty well. The fact that I got that far, I was pretty happy. So when I saw it got to there, it was starting to get a little schmutzy. Not bad, not bad. I decided you can't. I guess you can see a little bit. Again, I need to put it in front of my face. You can see a little bit of schmutzy in there. But usually when I put it in the crock, it kind of all melts together, so you don't see as much and it tends to look clean. But it wasn't bad at all. Like, it was really keeping its yellow color. I was pleasantly surprised. So I was like, I'm glad about that. I hope Jacob's goes that well too. Because you know me, I usually don't have a great experience with Bath & Body Works candles. I usually get about here. So not that big of a difference, but whenever it goes past that halfway line, I get excited. I get excited. So I was pretty happy with its performance overall. Did finish it in the crock. I'm actually shocked. Well, I guess they moved a little bit. Yeah, the wicks moved. That one's pretty close to the glass. I finished it up in there. It didn't last an overly long time in the crock. I think because it is a softer scent. Yeah, I don't get a whole lot from it now, but it's done. There she is, toasted pineapple marshmallow. Yeah, Bath & Body Works did not bring that one back. I guess it wasn't very popular. I don't know. Or it was and they didn't bring it back. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to insert this into my next empties. I just wanted to film this and get it out of the way because I'm going to let this go. I actually really like this fragrance. This is Pink Pineapple Sunrise from Bath & Body Works. Scent notes are sweet pink pineapple, palm sugar, and sun-drenched nectar. This is just a really sweet, sugary pineapple scent. Definitely pineapple, but I don't think it's too intense. But then again, I love pineapple, so you may find it otherwise. I definitely wouldn't recommend it if you don't like pineapple. I mean, pineapple is the star, but it's just like a sugary, almost drink when it comes to like a pineapple scent. I really love it, but as you can see, I didn't get very far down. I don't remember how many burns. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 4. Maybe not even that, but she's starting with the threading of the wicks. All that inside there is like a little bit of wick residue. These are those stumpy rope-like wicks that Bath & Body Works loves to put in their candles. And every time I open the lid and see them, I'm just like, ugh, it's not going to be a good experience. It usually isn't, and in this case, it was not. So if I light this up again, it's going to get worse. So I can lamp it, I can crock it, and solve the problem, which is what I usually do. But I'm on a mission to get through my candles. I've burned through, you can see the line there. It's not even quite halfway because, you know, the candle doesn't start at the tippy top. Not quite to the halfway point there, but almost. This one kind of went rogue a little early. As I said, if I light it up again, it's going to cause problems. And I noticed, which is why I decided to really check on it, I noticed that it doesn't smell the same. It's not giving me that sweet pineapple scent that I love. And again, I could just get this dirty wax off and save it, but I'm not feeling it, you guys. I'm not feeling dealing with this candle. I'm just not. So I'm going to freeze the wax. I'm going to throw the wax away. And I'm going to reuse the jar to melt wax in because the jar is beautiful. And we get so few pretty labels from Bath & Body Works these days, in my opinion. So I'm definitely going to keep the jar. While this was doing okay, I would say the throw was about a 6. Not overly strong, but not bad either. And as I said, I do love the fragrance. I have more of these in my stash. I may just lamp them from the get-go. I may just stash them. I'm not sure. We'll see. But anyway, that's my experience this go around. This was a pour from 2021. So it's been sitting around for a bit. But I really love this collection. I have the labels like this. I have a number in my stash of different fragrances from this collection. So Hopefully they'll do better. Let's move on to Kringle. This one I'm going to be finished, even though the candle's not finished, because I just don't really love this fragrance. This is from their Easter line. Did I say Kringle candle? I think I did. Tangerine Tulips. Look at that label. Beautiful. Love the label. These jars were just a temp this year. Love the little speckled color there. They did them in tall jars before. There was a shortage on the glass, so they couldn't do the tall jars this year. But I was excited that they gave us something. I know some people were not happy about it, but I was actually happy they gave us something. So this is basically like their 2-wick jar, but shorter. And I think it's 16 ounce. 16 and a half ounce. Burn time up to 85 hours. Their tall jar is 22 ounce, which are a thing of the past. There'll probably still be some on the website as they phase the rest of them out, but a lot of them are gone. We are in the 3-wick generation with Kringle right now. They have already started releasing 3-wicks. I have some on order. They should be here before this video goes up. I can't wait to try them out. I'm excited. They're basically going to be just like the tall jars, which, well, I kind of have one here. I'll show you. It's not the tall jar, but it's a 4-wicker, and they're going to be just like those and like the tall jars, but just a little shorter and a little wider. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Kringle is constantly innovating, and I just love that. They're always trying to improve on their candles, and I just can't fault them for that. I just can't. Like, I get so behind that. Anyway, Tangerine Tulips. Do I have scent notes on this? Yes, we do. Tangerine, floral, citrus, jasmine, green, and violet. I know so many people say they get mostly the tangerine and citrus in this and a little bit of floral. Unfortunately, your girl Terry, who loves tangerine and orange scent in home fragrance, gets mostly floral and just a little bit of the tangerine. I burned it more than halfway. I'm about right here. Oh, you can actually see the shadow. Okay, right there. I burned it more than halfway. Kept waiting for that beautiful tangerine to just explode. It never did. I get so much floral on this, you guys. I definitely get this jasmine. Like, overwhelmingly jasmine and floral notes to this. I feel like there's something else besides jasmine in here. I definitely do get green. I do get that green note, and sometimes I just don't love that green note from Kringle. I don't know exactly what they're saying when they say green, but I do get like this stemmy scent from this. Like leafy and stemmy, and you know, you just go outside and you stick your nose into a pile of flowers and you can smell all the green in the flowers too. There's not a lot of sweetness going on here. This jasmine just kind of has like that milkiness that I just don't always love in a floral. I have found over the past couple of years that, you know what, jasmine's just not my favorite. It seems really loved by many, and I can enjoy it if it's really mixed in well, but when it's like the top-notch scent I'm getting, and it is in this one, I just don't tend to love that fragrance. And this is the case. I just don't love it. I was actually burning it in conjunction with my next scent I'm about to talk about for the longest, and now that scent is gone. And it's just a matter of, well, I don't have to burn it on its own. I could mix it with other things. So I'm done. I actually bought a second one because I was like, everybody says this has so much orange and a little bit of floral. So I bought a second to see what I would get. But on cold, I get the exact same thing. So I think it's going to be a de-stash for me. This, I believe, is still on Kringle's site. It's half off currently. I don't know what's taking Kringle so long to mark these daggone Easter candles down further. But they haven't. But the last time I checked, it's 50% off. I keep saying in my videos, maybe by the time you see this, it'll be more marked down. I don't know. But I just don't love it. But let me know in the comments below what you get. Do you get mostly orange with a little bit of floral? Or what? And it's interesting. There's like no tulip note, but it says floral. No jasmine should have been on the front of there. The throw on it, though, very good. I forgot to mention the throw on the pineapple candle. I would say it was a softer scent. I would say it's 6. The throw on Tangerine Tulips, it's a pretty good throw. I would say 8 on that. You know how it goes when you don't love a scent. And maybe a little bit of it is the fact that you probably are more apt to pick it up if you don't love it. but she threw pretty good. And that's out of a hurricane. My beloved. This is a repurchase. I love this fragrance. And I shouldn't love this fragrance, but I do. I do. Sicilian Orange. This is my big old 4-wick baby. Oh my gosh, is this jar not stunning? You guys, I mean, look how clean. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love these jars. I love them so much. These are the big 32-ounce babies. They are priced at, this line is $45, and then the reserve line is $50. If you use an ambassador code, you can get 15% off, and that'll bring these down to like $38.75, I think it is. And I don't remember what it brings the reserve version down to, but maybe 39 something. I can't remember. Maybe 40 on the nose. I don't know, something like that. But there are lots of ambassador codes out there. I do not have one. I wish I did. I want to be an ambassador for Kringle so much because I love the company so much. But I'm not. So you'll have to find another. But there are lots of great ambassadors out there for the company. So there are lots of codes to be used. Of course, I use them myself. I try to spread them out a little bit because I think there are lots of great ambassadors out there that do fabulous reviews and do all their homework behind these candles. And they really put a lot of time into telling us, you know, about fragrances and sharing all the things. And I try to spread it around. But anyway, Sicilian Orange, you guys. Look at this lid. That lid is so, sorry about the glare. Let me just put the candle down for a moment. So hefty. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I hate throwing these jars away because they're like so hefty. Like there's so much meat. You see how thick that is? So much meat to these jars. Look how thick the opening is. Look at this. This is like a hurricane in a candle. Like the quality. Oh my gosh. I know. I get excited about Kringle. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't help it. I love this company. I've been buying from Kringle for a number of years now. Since back when they had their soy paraffin. But man, when they turned over and they transitioned to soy, I really fell in love with this formula. Really fell in love. Sicilian Orange, does it have scent notes on the bottom? Yes, it does. This is a pour from January of 2025, so over a year old. Sicilian Orange peel. I did buy this last year. Sicilian Orange peel, Italian citrus accord. Did I buy this last year? I don't know. You know my memory. Sicilian Orange peel, Italian citrus accord, wild herbs, lavender, white cedar, and western pine. It just goes to show sometimes you just gotta try things, because just reading those notes, besides the orange, none of that sounds good to me. I mean, pine I like. Cedar I like. But like herbs and lavender, oh, hell to the no. I don't like herbs. I don't like lavender. But Melanie, Mr. Cohn's mom, loves this candle. And I remember hearing her talk about it so much. And she loved it and loved it, loved it. And I was like, you know what? Often my nose and her nose is very similar. A lot of times I do agree with what she smells. Not always, but a lot of times I do. So I was like, I'm going to give it a whirl and see what I think. And this was back when they saw the soy blend. I think I still have a soy blend version in my stash. Or did I lamp it? I know I still have some soy blend versions in my stash. I don't know if Sicilian Orange is one of them, but I know at one point I did. I bought it back then. I fell in love with the scent. I fell in love with the scent. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, I do get some herbal in this. I'm not going to lie. I do get some herbal. And I do think it smells kind of like a sage herbal. It doesn't really say. Maybe it's a mixture of herbals. I don't know. It is kind of like a mix between like a dry and a wet herb. I know that sounds weird, but honestly, that's what I get with my nose. Maybe it's mixing in with the juiciness of the orange, and that's what makes me think that. But I really enjoy this one so much, you guys. The orange note, it's so authentic, so realistic, so unparalleled. It's juicy and vibrant. But then the herbal note brings it down a notch. I don't really smell lavender. I would say it must be just a supporting note in this because I don't pick up lavender at all, at least not the astringent type, which a lot of lavenders come across to my nose like. I do pick up a little bit of a cedar note in this. It has like a little bit of a woodsy vibe, but in the best sort of way. Again, it's just kind of supporting those green and bright citrusy fruity notes. I don't really pick up a pine. I get more of the woodsy tone. So if it's pine, it's not like the needles. I don't pick it up. I get mostly orange and then an herbal note. And the herbal note is just smooth. And it's not too much. It's not aggressive. It's not high pitched. It's just perfection to my nose. Now, if you're thinking about this one, don't go by what I said. Get a little daylight, or what are they calling them now? The 3.3 ounce tins. Yeah, that has changed too. Daylights are a thing in the past. I'm sure they'll still have some on the site until they're gone. But they have these 3.3 ounce tins now that you can try burning a candle. And of course, you can still get wax melts. Don't take my word for it, because it seems like a lot of people don't love this one, which makes me sad because I don't want it to go away. And then they have that yuzu and sage out, which I don't love. And I hope it's not close enough that they decide to get rid of this one and keep that one, because I love this one better. But try out one of those small ones. Throw a small one in your order and see what you think. I will tell you the wax melts are not terribly strong in this fragrance. This is not a terribly strong fragrance, but this 4-wick, she does a pretty good job at playing in your room. I would say she throws it about a 6, so it's not hefty. Not hefty. I would say a 6.5, honestly. It's not going to be a hefty scent. But throw this in your hurricane, and it will scent your room very pleasantly. You will definitely detect it. It is a softer scent, and maybe that's for the better, because it is an herbal and an orange scent. It works. It's beautiful. It's just like an Italian sunrise, you guys. I don't even know what an Italian sunrise looks like, but if it has a smell, this has got to be it. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I have lots in my stash. I had no business burning this 4-wick yet because I have a number of the 2-wick jars. But the oomph level is a little bit stronger in this one. And she brought her fragrance to the party. I love it. I love it so much. If you love this one, let me know in the comments below. If you don't love this one, let me know in the comments below. But I do. It's great. I already discussed the throw. The burn, magnificent. Again, we'll admire how thick that glass is. These jars are so quality, you guys. They have the lip at the bottom, hefty, just beautiful. But yeah, the burn was great. She got a little schmutzy at the end. This happened at the end because I let this sucker burn and burn and burn. I was trying to do one of those, you know, so many YouTubers, I even got this much left, are able to burn their wicks all the way down. And that just never happens to me. I lit this up. I finished this off, what, Friday? I think I finished it off Friday. Could have been Saturday. But I think it was Friday. I lit this up probably about 7 in the morning. I think it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I finally just was like, I need to put it out. So, not recommended. Does it have the recommendation on here? It doesn't say. Oh, no more than 3 to 4 hours. Of course, that's what it says. I have been known, and I know I'm not alone, to burn my Kringle hours more than that because I can just get away with it. Usually, I'm not saying they're all perfection, but usually. So yeah, she got a little smutzy on that last burn because that's what, 5? 4? That's almost 9 hours. Almost 9 hours, and I still had a little bit going. It was totally liquefied. I do still smell it a little bit though. So honestly, I could probably light it back up, but I won't, because I mean, this is really what's recommended, that you only leave this much wax left. But you know, sometimes when you're really loving what you got burning, you keep going. But I love this one, you guys. I love this one. Always a repurchase for me. I hope Kringle does not get rid of it. But now that I've tried this 4-wick, this is the version I will pick this up in, because this gives me the throw right where I want it. Perfection. So good. So good. All right, that'll do it, you guys. That will do it for my candle empties this week. Let me know in the comments below what you've been burning, what you've been loving, maybe what you're currently burning, all the things. I hope to hear from you, and I hope all of you have a wonderful week. Until I see you in my next video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, I'll see you next one. Bye-bye, guys.